This is your girl Vanity, and this morning God was letting me know that, well, just reminding me of some words that He wanted me to share with you all. And if you are already, mature in the faith, you pretty much know these words that I'm gonna just give as a friendly reminder, basically, to us, and then also to the new believers who are, basically, again, new at this walk and they, aren't as familiar and aren't as aware. And I would have appreciated this when I was recommitting myself back to the Lord. On this channel, I just want to express that these are just all my experiences, and I just want to share. So as somebody that is a new believer, and as somebody who has recommitted their life back over to the Lord, you can go on these channels and you can read as much as you want, but people don't, and they're trying their best to better, at least God, but under the direction of our Father, He's helping us, saying to those who are new in the faith, who are reaffirming that, hey, remind them to X, Y, and Z, and show them what worked for you that potentially may work for them. So these are just some words that He gave me this morning, and He said that these are words to action. So these are words that should be in your vocabulary as a believer of Jesus, but you also need to be applying them as well, and be prepared to have them be applied, because a lot of people just think, you just say the words and you kind of believe, but no, you're going to eventually have to start applying these words to your life. So I'm going to give you just 10 words. I'm not going to dive too deep into the words, but I just pray that these will just keep these in your vocabulary, in your everyday language, your vernacular, and just be mindful, of these words. And the very first one is, you have to surrender. I already talked about this in a previous video, surrendering everything over to God. I'm going to keep talking about it, but this is a word that needs to be put in action. God takes surrendering extremely serious, and when you truly give it all to Him, and trust in Him, y'all, be prepared to see the miraculous. Be prepared to be awestruck. Be prepared to be amazed, okay? Be prepared for the supernatural divineness to come into your life, and not just a little way, in a big way, okay? That's number one, surrender. Number two is to be in obedience. There is no point of any of this if you're just going to continue to do it your way. Because if we're being honest with ourselves, and I know I could be honest with myself, again, I'm just going to speak from my personal experience. When I tried to do everything by myself and left God out, nothing succeeded. Nothing worked. And even if it did, I tried to do it on my own, it didn't last. It didn't go anywhere. It just like a soda pop. It just fizzed out. Nothing was sustainable. So when you walk in obedience and when you walk in cadence with Lord Jesus, He is going to honor whatever He tells you to do. And the flip side and the funny thing of it is, when people say oh, but I want it my way, and I know how I want this thing to work out, and what if God's way isn't my way? When you are walking with the Lord, again, in that cadence with Him, you'll find that His way and your way is in alignment, because y'all are, again, spending time together, loving on one another. You're walking in obedience to whatever He's telling you to do. Your way is going to start looking like His way before you know it. And I know that sounds like, okay, girl, right, sure. You just saying that because that sounds nice. No, it's really true. It's really true. I'm speaking from personal experience. The more and more I spend time with God, the more and more I just go with wherever He tells me to go, even if it doesn't make sense to me, even if it's a little scary, even if I'm super duper uncomfortable. It always turns out for my good. And I'm always excited. I'm always happy. Not all the time, obviously. Who's excited about something scary or the unknown? But all I know is God hasn't failed me yet. He has not failed me yet. So he won't fail me in this scary thing, in this uncomfortable thing, or this new unknown thing. So obedience. The third one is discipline. They're all hand in hand, y'all. Without surrendering and obedience, and without discipline, it's all pointless, in my opinion. You have to be disciplined, and you have to just, whether you want to do it or not do it, you just do it. And you do it consistently. You gotta show God, like, God, I'm serious about this. I'm serious about you. I'm serious about my purpose. I'm serious about my destiny. I'm serious about this journey. I'm serious about whatever you have prepared for me. So you have to show God, I am disciplined. I'm ready. I'm willing to get up. I'm willing to stay late. I'm willing to do that overtime. I'm willing to sacrifice. I'm willing to give up something. I'm willing to deny myself. I'm willing to pick up this cross. I'm willing to do whatever it is that you want me to do, because I want to show you, Lord, that I am serious. I just think, when I think about discipline, I think about taking something. I know I'm butchering this word on a repeat, but it matters. It matters to me. Okay. Number 4 is forgiveness. That's another word to action. If you want to be in good standing with God, you have to be in constant forgiveness. Forgiveness is not an emotion. I'm gonna repeat it. Forgiveness is not an emotion. Forgiveness is a decision. It is saying, yes, you have hurt me. Yes, you have done wrong. Yes, you have betrayed me. Yes, you have lied on me. Yes, you have come against me. But I am making the decision to forgive you. Because the Bible tells us in order to be forgiven, we have to be forgiven. I hope I'm saying that right, but y'all know what I mean. We have to be forgiving of others. How are you going to ask God to bless you, forgive you, and you keep saying, I'm sorry and I messed up, I'm going to do right, and all these things, but you will hold your brother, your sister, your cousin, your auntie, your mama, your daddy hostage for something they did 10 years ago. You'll pretend in their face and act like y'all cool, but as soon as they turn a corner, you're talking about them behind their back. You give them the cold shoulder at family functions. You betray them and you claim that that's your best friend. And I know what you're saying. What they got to do with forgiveness? If I'm doing all this other stuff, it's because you're holding on to something, some hurt, some betrayal, some whatever it is. Whatever offense, thank you, Holy Spirit, whatever offense that they have done to you, you are holding on. That's some form of unforgiveness. Make a decision to say, you know what? I forgive you. Even if you don't feel it, you don't have to feel it. Make a decision. It's a choice. And then keep on forgiving them. You gotta have that thing on replay like your favorite song. You gotta keep playing that over. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. So I'm sorry, y'all. That one made me real passionate. I had to pause and go on to the next one. Number 5 is kindness. I love kindness. I love being kind to people who I know can't stand me. I love being kind to people who I know are just mean to me. Because, I can say now I love it because I now know how much people are hurting, how broken people are. And that's where I look at it. When somebody is mean to me or nasty to me, I'm trying my best. Some days I ain't got nothing for you, and I'm being 100% honest. But most days, especially the days when I know I spend time with God, because, some mornings, I'm being honest, sometimes I can't because, life, but I try my best every morning to spend time with him. But when those days that I really am in his presence, it's like I'm untouchable. That's how it feel, y'all. I feel like just very untouchable. And you can give kindness to people even in their nastiness, okay? Number 6 is accountability. Y'all know I love this word. This was my 22, the year of 2022, that was my word, accountability. Own everything. Own everything. Every triumph, every mistake, own everything. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to apologize and say, you know what, I messed up on this one. Don't be afraid to take when people do give you that constructive criticism. Take it and find God in it, and ask God, where in here, God, can I grow? Can I get better? Even if it's not constructive, even if it's just somebody pointing out every mistake you made just to be nasty, take it all. Take it all. Write it all down and say, God, where can I grow and where can I get better? Don't let nobody steal your joy and your peace. Continue to smile through it all, even if you don't feel it, because we're not basing our stuff on emotions. We making decisions here. We making decisions to say, you know what? I am going to choose to find the good. I'm going to choose to find God in this situation. Okay, the next one is consistency. That goes hand in hand with discipline. If we're not doing none of this stuff, all of this is pointless. You have to, again, make the decision to say, I am going to get up whether I feel like it every day, work out, eat right, spend time with the Lord, pray, do my Bible studies, do my devotionals, serve when I don't feel like serving. Give when I don't feel like giving. Show kindness when I know people cannot stand, even when people are treating me poorly. Okay. The next one is humility, humbleness. Y'all, don't let pride destroy you. Stay humble. I will accept compliments. I accept when people are encouraging me and lifting me up and edifying me, and I appreciate it. But I always want to stay low in God. I don't ever want to gas myself up. I don't ever want to make myself bigger than what God has made me to be. I just want to stay humble, and I would highly recommend that everybody do the same. Stay humble in the Lord. Don't let nobody gas you up. Don't let nobody blow your head up. Don't let them do it. Everybody, don't let them do it, because that's Satan wants us to get that pridefulness so we can further get away from God, and that's not what we're here for. Stay humble. Stay humble. Number 9, empathy. And that kind of goes hand in hand with kindness. So all these words come together, y'all. But empathy is a big one. You have to have compassion. You have to have understanding for other people. Otherwise, how can you make decisions to understand them when they're being ugly? How can you show forgiveness? How can you take accountability? You have to you literally have to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. And you have to remind yourself, even though this person is acting out in a way that I know is harmful, I got to say to myself, I was once that person. I was once lost in the sauce. I was once that evil, bitter, broken individual. So I can't, think of myself because I'm with God now, I'm better than them. No. Because just as quickly as I was lost, I could be lost again. So I'm going to show empathy to that person in that situation, even if they don't deserve it. And the very last one, y'all, is self-control. It goes along with obedience and discipline, surrender. All of these go together. You have to be able to control your emotions, or your emotions will control you. You have to be the boss of that anger, that depression, that sadness, that rage, whatever it is that you deal with, that you battle with, that you know is your Achilles heel, your kryptonite. If you was a Superman or a Superwoman, whatever it may be, you have to have that self-control. God will help you. Again, surrender it over and He will help you. He will help you so much, God. Y'all, I'm a living testimony. you on this, and forgive me that it was so long. I said it was going to be a short one, and it ended up being I don't know how long by the time I edited it. But anyways, I am a living testimony. I used to have a lot of anger. I was an angry little girl at one point, and I didn't know that my anger was really nothing but hurt. I call it, I don't know if anybody else calls this, compare it to this or this, use this analogy. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I call my anger, it was hurt. Anger is nothing but hurt, is a form of a hurt's bodyguard. Because I didn't know how to express my hurt, I use anger. Like so many other people that look like me, we don't know how to express our hurt, so it's easy to go to anger. And I made a lot of mistakes out of anger because I didn't know. And it's not an excuse, but that's what it was. So I'm just a living testament, y'all, that God will help you recognize, get to the root of where this hurt is coming from that has developed into anger, and how can we get rid of this anger where it does not, and yeah, you're gonna have moments of frustrations, but it's not going to evolve into rage and anger, and you feel like you gotta hurt somebody because they hurt you. Self-discipline, y'all. God will help you. Use these words, apply them, put them to action, and watch God move miraculously in your life. Watch him bless everything in your life when you fully surrender everything over to him. I love y'all so much. If nobody told y'all today, please know I love you with the love of Jesus Christ. And y'all take care and be blessed. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, my lovelies.